Zoltán, I want to turn to you and start getting some of your perspective here. As we ascertained, Kayla had she found herself in an interesting position, as did, Moderna and myriad other biopharmaceutical companies who were responding to, in a very hurried fashion, what was happening. I don't want to say you have a luxurious position, Zoltán, as an academic, but you've got the luxury of, being retrospective, right? Like running a think tank and working on research to improve the situation we found ourselves in a few years ago. So I want to learn a little bit about that. I want to learn about the Wellcome funded R3 program that you're leading. Give us the backstory on it, if you will. What inspired that sort of the fruition of that organization?
Sure. So this program was obviously created to address the needs identified in a pandemic, right? To be able to better produce vaccines on demand for outbreak response, be that a pandemic or an epidemic. And it also aims to take on this new technology, the RNA platform technology, which we believe that it is transformative and it can be used in a disease-agnostic manner to make vaccines or even therapeutics against multiple diseases very quickly. So this technology can be used both to develop vaccines, but also to mass produce vaccines quickly, right? As we have seen in the pandemic. And in the pandemic, we had the first version of this technology, which was developed, have been basically scaled up. Scale up probably knows very, very rapidly, right? And now we are looking at ways of how to make it more efficient, basically how to make more vaccines faster, right? At high quality and at lower cost as well. So that's what we are working on in the Wellcome Leap R3 program. Mm-hmm. And the way it works is that we are developing processes, as I mentioned, with the aim of having continuous production processes. So these are continuous flow processes that can produce vaccines very quickly at consistently high quality, because it's a continuous process. So you would keep production a steady state. And we're looking at ways of reducing cost quite drastically. And the aim is to then use this process and establish what we call a living network of biofoundries, which basically means distributed manufacturing across the world, right? So we'll have this process transferred out and established at different parts of the world, and set up this network of these biofoundries, as we call it. And this network together should be able to address future outbreaks, both regionally but also globally, right? And so as I said, we are developing processes, and there's other groups in the program who are developing products, right? Mm-hmm. And we collaborate closely, and we get different product designs for them, and then we manufacture them, and we develop processes in a way that they are capable of making all the different products, right? So that's one of the key elements. So we're developing it as a platform process, but that comes with certain challenges, and it's very ambitious on multiple fronts.
Very ambitious, yes, yeah. The products that you mentioned the process and I guess the process end of the work, and then the product end of the work that's informing the manufacturing initiative. Who are some of the companies working with you on the product side? Are you working with some big bio companies on that?
So we're working mostly, well, it's a mixture of companies and academic groups, right? There's you can see the list on the website. If you go onto the website of Wellcome Leap R3, I can even share the link maybe in a minute in the chat here. But basically, mm-hmm. There are several groups who are developing different types of products. There are, even in terms of the format, there are basic mRNA constructs type products, yep. Self-amplifying ones, and also circular RNA type of constructs. And in terms of diseases, we're looking at viral infectious diseases. We're looking at cancer therapeutics as well. So mRNA that encodes, for example, an antibody, monoclonal antibody. We're looking at bacterial diseases, and even vaccines for animals, so veterinary vaccines. So we have quite a wide range of different product types and formats of the mRNA as well.